Hi everyone, and welcome to Cosmic Chat, where I practice my stand-up for when I inevitably have to be cast into a horror rom-com against my will. I already thought of all of it. It's going to take place in the woods. It's going to be called Lovers at Wicked Crook. It's going to be about me and Ollie trying to maintain our love against the unimaginable horror. And since we're gay, the unimaginable horror is going to be a metaphor for the AIDS epidemic of the 1980s. So yeah, I went camping recently with Ollie, and it was a fun time, except for the pilot episode. So, we were in Cooper's Rock, West Virginia. I know, we're very brave. Camping all out on our own, with a tent, a fire, and food that would have lasted us 2 weeks, even though we were only staying for 5 days. Anyways, there was a day, it was Thursday, where we were looking for a place to swim because we were tired of hiking and we wanted to swim. Reasonable request. Well, Cooper's Rock has literally nowhere to swim. So we were Googling places to swim. We were gonna drive there. And one of them was Deep Creek, Maryland. And we were like, we shouldn't have to drive all the way to a different state just to swim. That's ridiculous. So we found this one place. I Googled it. It was this waterfall. Mysterious. Oh, it was fucking creepy. Oh my god. Anyways, on Google Maps, it showed like 3 cars just parked into it. And so we put in our GPS and we started driving. Now, Google was freaking the fuck out. It was like giving us different routes. It was telling us to do different things. It kept changing the time. The time went from like 16 minutes to 38 minutes and back to 16. It was telling us to turn around. It was insane. It was so fucking creepy because at one point it just stayed at 16 minutes. And no matter how far we drive, it felt like it just had 16 minutes away. It was like we were in an episode of The Twilight Zone. There was a point where I saw a deer and said something, and Google gave us the definition of runaway. We are driving to this place in bumfuck nowhere, West Virginia. The roads look like we're in the 1840s. We're seeing single room classrooms like they had in the 1840s. The roads are shit. And Google gives us the definition of run away. Yeah. It was an experience. The worst part was the last road to go down the waterfall. Was literally like a hiking trail. Like dirt road with so many rocks. So we're driving down this road and it's just like shaking the car. And Oliver and I are freaking the fuck out, alright? Now, to be fair, I think my reason for freaking out was more because we were both thinking, oh my god, we are going to die. Now, Oliver, with ridiculous thing, was thinking that while we were driving down in a vehicular death machine down this hill, that at any point, if I lost control, we would go over like a cliff and die, which I'm really good at driving, so they shouldn't even have thought that. Now, what I thought was going to happen, much more reasonable, was I thought that the car was going to break down and we were going to need help. And then we were going to have to get help from some outdoorsman, rural, family, like they do in the horror movies. Because every horror movie is like that. You have these 2 Yankee city boys out in the country, and they go to this, creep family, and, they're eating, corn porridge and have, 2 kids that don't speak. I thought that was going to happen. And then we were going to get murdered, and then eaten maybe. I don't know. That's what I thought was going to happen. Luckily, it did not happen. We drove the car all the way down this, dirt road cliff, and the fucking bridge was closed. And we couldn't park there because it was private property. So we drove all this way for the bridge to be closed, and we couldn't go to those waterfalls. It's very tragic. It's very sad. So we were obviously very pissed off and upset. So we just decided to go to Deep Creek, and you know what? We had a fun time there. There was a beach. It was amazing. We know that next time we go camping, we're definitely not going back to West Virginia, and we're never stepping into Ohio. We're gonna stay on the East Coast next time. I'm sorry if you guys live there, but I'm not really. You guys, West Virginia, you are a cursed state. I am sorry. Yeah, so that was the car. I was shocked that I didn't pop a tire or like break a tire off. Actually, tomorrow I have to drive up with my dad and they have to get the tires rotated, which I think is weird because the wheels spin on their own anyways. I don't know why we have to like get them rotated. Hmm? What's next? Do we have to blow air out of the air conditioning? Maybe. Maybe so. No. Last one was a forced one. I apologize. But yeah. Thank you all for coming to the second installment of Cosmic's Chat. And I look forward to seeing you yins in the future. Some Pittsburghese for you. Stay safe. Don't go to West Virginia, and don't die in a horror movie.